While some people purchase land for views or for the prospect of building a property, Duane Ollinger's family bought the massive 160-acre Utah plot known as Blind Frog Ranch to search for buried treasure. Duane and his son, Chad Ollinger, are trying to finish a goal set by Duane's own father. He originally purchased the Utah land with several investors in the hopes that they would strike it rich. The area has been the site of alleged paranormal activity, and it is commonly struck by lightning. Because of this and a slew of urban legends, many are convinced that precious metals are buried beneath the surface of the land. The Discovery series, Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch, chronicles Duane and Chad's efforts, but some are convinced that the show is fake. While Discovery has found a niche with shows centered around treasure hunting, some viewers think that Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch isn't as authentic as the gold and silver that Duane is looking for. Though nobody from the show has commented publicly on the authenticity of the series, there's a popular Reddit thread about how the excavations seem staged and set up. Does anyone know the actual location of this? On a Reddit user asked, "Does anyone else think this show is stupid and all set up? The nugget they pull and a Spanish coin they pull out of the same hole seems too fake. Dan Discovery Channel trying to pass off scripted BS as reality. What else is new?" Some people noted that the cast members came across as actors. Others compared Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch to the History Channel series, The Curse of Oak Island. The series has been popular on the network since 2014, but there has long been speculation that it is somewhat staged. While the digs featured on Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch have some viewers skeptical, the Utah property itself has had a long reputation for hosting valuable metals and for being the site of paranormal activity. Before he focused his attention on the Blind Frog Ranch efforts, Duane made a substantial fortune as a high-risk oil contractor in Texas. There are multiple legends behind the ranch itself that originally attracted Duane's dad to the property. One is that Spanish conquistadors found gold in the area, but the Aztecs were already mining the area. Another is that Mormons were allowed to take some of the gold to create coins. A third story is that there's a buried spaceship. Though a series of underground caverns has Duane convinced that he's on the cusp of finding treasure, the locals in the area say that the land has been cursed. That's why no one has yet been successful in locating the purported riches. Duane has heard about the curse, but it hasn't stopped him from his quest. "I believe the legends of buried treasure that I have heard from the locals. It's either gold from the Aztecs or Spaniards," Duane told Soapbox in January of 2021. "The data I have seen from the satellite scans just confirms that gold is radiating from the caverns." You'll have to tune in to find out if Duane and Chad find anything worthwhile at the Blind Frog Ranch. Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch airs on Fridays at 10 p.m. ET on Discovery. You can also stream the series on Discovery since it first aired in 2021. Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch has become one of Discovery Channel's most talked about docuseries. Set in the remote Uinta Basin of eastern Utah, a location already brimming with lore thanks to its infamous neighbor, Skinwalker Ranch, the show follows Duane Ollinger and his son Chad as they explore their 160-acre property, hoping to uncover what they believe could be billions of dollars in lost Aztec gold. Add in strange lights, radiation spikes, ancient tunnels, and supposed curses, and the show serves up a paranormal meets treasure hunting cocktail tailor-made for conspiracy buffs. But not everyone's convinced. With each new episode and season, a growing chorus of skeptical viewers is beginning to question the authenticity of Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch. On Reddit, in YouTube comment sections, and across social media platforms, fans turned sleuths have been raising eyebrows, and some compelling points. Could the drama unfolding beneath the Utah soil be more fiction than fact? Is Blind Frog Ranch just Discovery's attempt to cash in on the success of The Curse of Oak Island and Skinwalker Ranch? Let's dig into why some viewers are convinced the show might not be as real as it claims, and why others continue to believe that something very strange is indeed happening in the basin. The rehearsed feel of the reaction's reality TV has long walked the blurry line between authenticity and entertainment. But when it comes to mystery at Blind Frog Ranch, many fans have pointed out how staged the cast's reactions can feel. Typical episode will feature Dwayne or Chad reacting with wide-eyed shock to something unexpected, a glowing cave wall, a mysterious footprint, or a radiation surge. But viewers say their responses often feel more like bad acting than it's like they're reading off a script. One Reddit user posted, "Chad's face never really changes. He could find a dead body or a gold bar, and he'd react the same way. Eyebrows up, slight head tilt. Then he says, 'This changes everything.'" Others have commented that Eric Drummond, the on-site geologist, delivers lines that feel too polished and pre-written to be spontaneous. "I'm not saying it's fake," another viewer shared, "but I am saying it's produced. There's a difference." Too many convenient discovery over the course of 4 seasons, the Olinger crew has stumbled upon one sensational clue after another: Aztec symbols etched into rocks, ancient mine shafts sealed off by mysterious means, radioactivity in the soil, and even skeletal remains. For some viewers, it all just seems a little too convenient. "I've been watching treasure hunting shows for years," said a fan on Facebook, "and this one hits all the beats like clockwork. If it's not a cave collapsing, it's a radiation spike. If it's not that, it's an underwater chamber that somehow they just now decided to open." Even the show's production schedule has come under scrutiny. Filming appears to always wrap right as a major revelation is about to unfold, leaving viewers hanging until the next season. Some suspect this is a tactic to keep ratings high rather than a result of real-time discovery. The lack of third-party validation on of the most glaring red flags for skeptics is the total absence of third-party experts or documentation. Despite claims of finding highly radioactive areas, odd energy signatures, and even human remains, there's no mention of contacting local authorities, the FBI, the EPA, or any legitimate archaeological body. If you found a human skeleton on your property and thought it might be ancient, wouldn't your first call be to the authorities? One fan questioned. Not a camera crew. The show often hints at government cover-ups and them watching the crew, adding to the conspiracy element, but to skeptics, this just serves to create a convenient excuse for not producing real evidence. And while the show includes a team of regulars, Chad, Dwayne, geologist Eric Drummond, and the tech-savvy Charlie Boy, viewers note there's a serious lack of independent verification. For a show claiming to deal in radioactive zones and centuries-old mysteries, it's odd that university experts, historians, or Native American elders aren't more involved. Dwayne Ollinger's business background. Another aspect fueling skepticism is Dwayne Ollinger himself. Before he was a TV personality, Ollinger was an oilman, a career he still mentions from time to time on the show. Some suspect that mystery at Blind Frog Ranch might be a clever way to recoup investment on a piece of property that otherwise has limited commercial use. Buying a mysterious-sounding ranch next to Skinwalker Ranch, then pitching a show to Discovery? It's genius, honestly, one YouTube commenter wrote. If he's not finding gold, he's definitely spinning gold from ad revenue. While Ollinger appears genuinely driven in his quest for answers, critics point out that his motivations may not be entirely altruistic or scientific. Instead of just finding treasure, the real prize might be sustained interest in the show and the lucrative licensing deals that come with it. Echoes of Skinwalker Ranch and Oak Island to understand the skepticism around mystery at Blind Frog Ranch. You have to see it in the context of other reality hits that came before it, like The Curse of Oak Island and The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Blind Frog operates in a familiar formula. A family-run team stumbles on something strange, calls in specialists, uncovers one bizarre clue after another, and ends the episode with a cryptic, "This changes everything." It's become a genre of its own, half history, half paranormal, and fully engineered for binge-worthy suspense. As one viewer put it, it's like Oak Island and Skinwalker had a baby and raised it on pure Red Bull. But this formula has its drawbacks. Once audiences recognize the pattern, the sense of mystery can give way to predictability. And predictability is the death knell of credibility in reality TV. The defense: you don't fake radiation despite the growing backlash. There's still a loyal contingent of fans who believe mystery at Blind Frog Ranch is at least partially authentic. Their main defense? The science. You can't fake radiation spikes. You can't fake the decay readings they're showing. One viewer argued on X, formerly Twitter, if they're staging this, they're doing it with a really expensive science department. Others point to Eric Drummond's credibility as a geologist and the strange electromagnetic anomalies that seem to plague the ranch. Interference with equipment, failed drones, and dead batteries being a recurring issue.